I thought I deserved better. Better than the man who held me when I broke down. Better than the man who paid every bill, changed every tire, forgave every mood swing. I thought I could do better. Now I cry myself to sleep every night wondering how I ever let him go. My name is Tessa. I'm 38. And I was married to a man I thought was too simple for me. Turns out was simply everything. Chris wasn't a dreamer. He was a doer. Quiet. Reliable. The kind of man who didn't say I love you with flowers, said it by showing up. Oil changed. Groceries done. Every night he came home, same smile, same routine. Kiss on the forehead. How was your day? And for a while, I loved it. We met in our 20s. Got married fast. Built a life on small things, stakeout Fridays. Sunday drives. Folding laundry together at midnight while laughing over nothing. But then came the itch. The one no one talks about. The whisper that says, "Is this all?" My friends were climbing ladders. Posting travel selfies. Brunching with exciting people in expensive places. And I had a husband who wore the same work boots for 10 years and thought date night meant Olive Garden. I started pulling away. Little things. Less hand-holding. More eye rolls. He didn't notice at first. Or maybe he did. And just didn't want to believe it. Then came Ethan. No, I didn't cheat. But I entertained what should have been shut down from the start. Ethan was charming. He owned a business. Wore tailored suits. Talked about ideas and investments and adventure. He made me feel seen. And that's all it took. One night, Chris and I were sitting on the couch, me scrolling, him talking about his day. I wasn't even listening. I was thinking about Ethan. I looked at Chris, his soft eyes, his gentle smile, and I felt nothing. I thought, I'm settling. So I ended it. Just like that. If you're still watching, comment 10, because that's how many years I threw away in one night. He didn't beg. He didn't yell. He just broke. Quietly. Packed a bag. Left me the house. And drove off with tears in his eyes and dignity still intact. Ethan was quick to slide in. Took me to places Chris never did. Told me I was radiant. Told me I'd glowed up now that I was free. And I believed him. For a while, we traveled. We drank champagne. We took photos that got likes from people who didn't know what I lost. But what they didn't see was the silence after the thrill wore off. Because Ethan, he didn't listen like Chris. He didn't care that I hated cucumbers. He forgot birthdays. Didn't know my mother's name. Laughed when I cried during sad movies. He was exciting. But excitement doesn't hold you when you're broken. Excitement doesn't bring soup when you're sick. Excitement doesn't remember the small stuff. The stuff that matters most. 2 years later, Ethan left. He said I was too much work. That I had too many emotions. And suddenly, I was 36. Alone. And surrounded by things that looked beautiful but felt hollow. I texted Chris on his birthday. Hope you're well. I miss you. He replied a day later. Thank you. I'm doing okay. I hope you find peace. No anger. No hope. Just closure. I heard he's dating someone now. Someone sweet. Someone who doesn't mistake his kindness for weakness. And me? I go to bed every night in the house he built. I still find notes in old drawers. Little I love yous on receipts. I wear his hoodie when it's cold. Still catch myself setting 2 plates at dinner. And every night, I cry. Not just because I miss him, but because I finally realize he was never the one who wasn't enough. I was. So to the woman watching this, if you have a man who tries, who listens, who stays, don't chase shiny things that vanish by morning. Love isn't always loud. It's not always Instagrammable. Sometimes it looks like routine, like stability, like safety. And if you're lucky enough to have that, don't trade it. Because you'll end up just like me, scrolling through memories, wishing for a chance you already used up. Comment 10 if you believe loyalty, excitement. Like and share if you've ever taken someone for granted. Tag someone who needs to hear this before it's too late. Because one day you'll realize stability wasn't boring. It was love dressed in work boots.